You decided to undertake this transition from the roadway to the boulevard?
It's always been a plan to get that bike path off of the street.
Okay.
And that was the plan before we put the bike path on the street. And so with our active transport strategy and the consulting we've done, Urban Systems did a design for us. This is the start of it. So we're starting at that end. They're going to work all the way down Mountain Road.
So this decision was made before it was put on the street. So why not just go straight to this?
What? So, say that again?
Well, you said the decision to move it onto the boulevard was made even before it was put on the street.
Well, that was not the decision. That was the plan. The goal was the goal to have a bike path. And the example that everybody says is, "Oh, Kingsway, the bike path along First Avenue, isn't that great? It's off the road. It's all by itself. It's asphalted. It's safe." Yeah, that's real easy on an open field.
Right, yeah.
It's very complicated when you have trees, hydrants, corners, stop signs. And
utilities, I'm assuming.
Exactly. And so when we contracted with Urban Systems to facilitate our active transport plan for the whole city, one of our priorities was, okay, we want to connect all of the schools and our major public facilities, parks and stuff. And so we've always thought that Mountain Road is a tremendous, sort of like the spine of the system to get people going north and south. So, again, I was an advocate for double-wide sidewalk type thing because I've seen them in other communities, and I've been involved in a couple of rec plans where that's what the municipalities did.
Right.
I'll be honest, between you and me, I've had some resistance here at City Hall because of the cost. But Ted and Randy and others on council advocated for this, and I'm not even on the Active Transport Committee anymore.
Oh.
So I'm actually really happy to see that other councillors, and now Justin is our project and development manager, have pretty much, jumped in bed with Urban Systems and have fallen in love with our new active transport plan.
So it was just the logistics that...
Right. And it was just a timing thing where, again, we can reduce the cost of doing this if we include it with other related municipal upgrades that are happening. Okay. I wanted this done like 2 years ago when I first got in. Rec guy, let's get this shit done. Yeah. And they're going, no, it's costly. We're redoing Mountain Road. We're redoing Sandy Street, blah, blah. Here's the schedule. Here's the other stuff we're doing. I think, okay, I can agree with that. Like if we were trying to create efficiency in this, because it's going to cost money. And if we were to do it completely separate, it's going to cost more money. So I sort of said, fine, I can deal with the delay. We can do it in sequence. We can do it in little chunks. But at the end of the day, so, 3, 4, 5 years from now, I want to see this thing done. I want to see this wonderful, because if we're trying to create a bike culture up at Northgate and then Riding Mountain National Park, we got to, by extension, do it in town.
Right.
Like it's got to be a complete culture of active transport. So that's what this is, and so I've gotten a little bit of heat already. People, I can't believe you're spending all that money. You're screwing up the sidewalks. Well, hey, give us the benefit of the doubt and comment on this when you see it done, when it's complete, not before it's even started. Because people are already going, you're wasting money, stupid city. Why are you doing this? Double-wide sidewalk, how stupid is that? No one's using it. Well, of course no one's using it because it's not proper. That's the shittiest bike path we ever could have put in place on the little thing that's on Mountain Road.
Yeah.
However, back in the day, I'll throw the previous council under the bus. They didn't have the balls to spend the money to do it properly. They got a little grant, and that's all that they could do, and that's all they did, and that's all we got.
How much money are you talking about here?
On the whole Mountain Road thing?
Yeah.
It hasn't all been costed out yet because it's all part of the bigger stuff. Like, for example, we did a bunch of work by DR last year, some sewer line, some water line stuff. And so I was asking guys last year, saying, well, why don't we start at that end? No, because once you do sewer work, you have to let it settle for at least one season before we even put asphalt or concrete back.
Right.
After it settles and packs, then we can do the next level. So we're going to do the underground stuff, and we're going to work our way down Mountain Road doing all the underground stuff. Once it's all done, and once we have a season to see it settle and compact, then we'll finish up Mountain Road, and then we'll add the active transport piece to it. So it'll all be bits and pieces, but the council has agreed to at least $500,000 towards active transport per budget year.
Okay.
That's what this current council agreed to spend. And so we're spending about that amount on a number of things because we're finishing the Aldohan Trail to the college. We're spending a bunch of money with Urban Systems on the design of the Whitmore Avenue Trail that's going to go from ACC towards Main Street. And we're going to spend some money this year on that first piece of the Mountain Road connection.
So $500,000 total.
Up to $500,000. Yeah, up to. Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else I need about that?
I don't know. Like, if you had people commenting or questions or going, "What the hell is the city's doing, wasting more money?"
Oh no, I don't listen to those people because those fucking people are out there. Just like Ryan Rollick walks past my house every day. I just can't. I just want to tell him to shut the fuck up for a while.
Yeah, has he said anything positive about all the patching we've done in town?
No,
we've basically filled in all the potholes he was complaining about.
Yeah, well, he'll never say anything positive. But he tried to engage me one day when I was working in the yard. He goes, "This city council, eh?" And I said, "Yep, best one we've had in 40 fucking years."
Yeah.
He just shut up and kept walking. So.
Yeah, well, he's called me the worst mayor ever. So
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Where's it coming from?
Yeah, well, you and I are going to have to sit down for near the end of my term, and I'm going to